Damn, son, where'd you find this?
What's up, everybody? It's Montezi93. I'm here again to do another mock draft. A couple days before the actual draft. So let's get it started. I'm gonna select the Minnesota Vikings. We're picking 14. I'm gonna set these all kind of to the middle-ish. Make it fair. Okay, and it is gonna be 7 rounds. So we're gonna go ahead and start. See, as expected, Trevor Lawrence 1, Zach Wilson 2. So this is interesting. So we do need an offensive tackle. Darisaw out of Virginia Tech. I've watched a lot of tape on him, and he's, in my opinion, strictly a tackle prospect. Can't really play guard, I don't think. Doesn't have the anchor for that, I don't believe. So while Vera Tucker's sitting there at 21, we do have a trade offer from Washington. I think this is a good time to take Darisaw, left tackle of the future. Get 10, 12 years out of him. I think that's a really good investment. So I'll go ahead and do that. Nothing against Ezra Cleveland, but I really liked how he played at guard. Fits our zone scheme really well. So, he's light, fast, gets to the second level. And it was night and day having Pat Elflein out of the lineup. So I think that's a good pickup. Okay, so I've got a couple of players in the 40s here in terms of overall. We do also happen to need a guard, and Kendrick Green. I think he can play some left guard in the NFL. He played that at Illinois for the Fighting Illini, and he's also one of those small zone offensive linemen. And I've watched him. He gets to the second level and he gets there with some nasty to him. So I'll go ahead and I'll pick him. So we've addressed our need at tackle and guard. I do believe we're also probably going to be in the market for a safety or a linebacker. One, because that guy we signed from Dallas only has a 1-year deal. And Barr, he restructured his contract, and he has 2 years left, but he has the option to become a free agent, I believe, after this year. So I'm going to go ahead and address safety. Jamar Johnson. I think he's out of Indiana, big, strong safety. From the Big Ten, Zimmer likes his bigger DBs, so I think that'd be a good pickup as well. Okay, another need is an edge rusher. So we've already got tackle, guard, edge, and safety taken care of. I don't really see any edge players worth taking here, and I'm a big BPA kind of guy. So we got the safety last pick, Jamar Johnson out of Indiana. Let's go ahead and take the linebacker, who looks like according to PFF, a second round grade on him being the 41st ranked player. So I think that's a good value pick here in the 4th round. So let's see, we've got a couple of trade out. Well, we got people who want to trade with us. They want 125. So Baltimore, New Orleans, Tampa Bay, and the Raiders. Okay. So we've got a pick at 134. So we could probably trade out of this one. We do business with the Ravens quite a bit. Let's see if we can get 131 and 171 from them for 125. They took it. Okay, cool. So I'll go ahead and I'll resume the draft. We got another pick just by going down a few slots. So there wasn't really anyone there I wanted to take anyway. So Tay Gowan out of UCF. I haven't seen a lot on him, but he is the best player available at what could possibly be a position of need. Gladney's got that issue down in Houston, so I doubt he plays this year at all. He's got pretty much done for right now. Benjamin St-Juste out of Minnesota, another worthy pick, I think. He's a big physical corner out of the Big Ten, so I think I'll go with him over the UCF guy. So, okay, we got another pick coming up here. I don't really see a edge player worth taking yet here in the fourth round. Let's see if we can see what we got here. So Jonathan Cooper, I mean, he's got good value there. We're at 134, and he's picked 122. I'll go ahead and I'll draft him out of Ohio State, or the Ohio State, I should say. So we're picking at 143. Don't really see what this guy has. So he has a pretty much a 91 PFF grade. Wish they had some measurables in terms of like size, but let's go ahead and get Milton Williams out of Louisiana Tech. Let's see what he's got. Okay, yeah, there it is. So he's 6'4", 278 pounds. He's definitely gonna have to bulk up to play defensive tackle in the NFL. 278 is kind of small. That's more along like your defensive end range. So, PFS giving them a fifth round grade. What about Bobby Brown III out of Texas A&M? Okay, so 6'4", 325. So he's got that body type that that Zimmer likes. He's probably played nose tackle at Texas A&M. Could probably play some 3 technique. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's get him out of Texas A&M. Okay, so got some interesting picks here. We've already got a couple of linemen, a safety, a linebacker. Let's see. I really don't know. I don't know a lot about this kid out of South Dakota State, Khalil Herbert, out of Virginia Tech. I mean, it's a pretty big program. I really don't see a ton of value here. I mean, we've already got a corner. You know what? Let's go with the BPA. Let's get K Johnson out of South Dakota State. Okay, so we got another pick here, 168. Let's see what Aaron Banks out of Notre Dame's about. So 6'6", 330. So he's a massive human. Played really bad against Pitt in Alabama, but dominated Boston College. So to me, that lets me know that he is dominant against bad competition and average against good competition, which 86.9 Boston College isn't really known for having any great defensive linemen. Alabama, on the other hand, they're churning out multiple first-round picks on the defensive line. Pitt, I know they've got a lot of edge rushers, so I mean, he played guard, so I don't think he'd have much to do with that. Aaron Donald's out of Pitt, but they haven't had a kid like Aaron Donald in some years, so he's got a 7th-round grade on him. I mean, if we can get him, I know it's David Moore out of Grambling State. He absolutely dominated at the Senior Bowl. I mean, I'd watch him block some guys. He'd just sit down on them and stonewall some of these SEC and Big Ten guys. So I think, I'll get David Moore. I know a little bit more about him. See, we got a trade offer here. Let's see, the Ravens, Bears, Dolphins. So our only options here are the Ravens and Dolphins. No way I'm trading with the Bears. Let's see, they want 184. So let's see if they'll give us 184 and 210 for 171. And that's a very Rick Spielman-esque pick. Trade back, get more draft picks. I mean, we already had a pick in this round, actually several picks in this round. So why not trade back, get another pick, and draft more players? So see who we can get at 184. So this, I believe it's pronounced Kairos Tonga. Real big kid out of BYU. I mean, 6'4", 321. Another Zimmer kind of guy. and he also happens to have a fifth round grade, excuse me. So I'll go ahead and I'll grab him. Let's see if we can find a Drew Dahlman, center out of Stanford. I don't know a lot about him, but I do know that with being a center, you got to be the smartest lineman on the field. And going to Stanford, I reckon he probably fit that bill. And Garrett Bradbury, to me kind of seems like he's approaching that bust territory. So I think I'll go ahead and draft a solid backup. Okay, so there's a couple of more things here. We're in the 6th round. Let's see. I think we probably need to double down on safety. And Chris Brown out of Texas. I mean, he comes from the Big 12, and in the Big 12 they spread it out, and throw it all over the field, so he probably can cover. So I'll go ahead and I'll draft him. And these 6th and 7th round picks, man, you're kind of honestly throwing a dart at the dartboard. There's no way for you to know if any of these guys will even make it. So that's it. I've got Darrisaw gets an A. Kendrick Green gets a minus. Jamar Johnson A minus. Jamin Davis C plus. Benjamin st-juste A minus. The trade gets a B minus. I mean, we got an extra pick to fall back 6 picks. So I don't really know how PFF grades this crap. It's kind of arbitrary if you ask me how they grade it, but whatever. Jonathan Cooper A minus. Bobby Brown A minus. K Johnson C plus. David Moore A minus. Kyrus Tonga A minus. Trey with the Ravens again, got to B minus. The Drew Dahlman pick got me a C plus, and Chris Brown got me an A minus. Overall grade A minus. I mean, I don't think I'd be too upset with this draft. I think at the bare minimum, we've got 2 instant starters here with the first 2 picks, 3 starters here, or players that can contribute right away. Actually, 4 that can contribute right away, and the rest of these guys would be good depth, I think. I really like David Moore. I hope we draft him, and I hope he can win a spot on our offensive line. Because Dozier, yeah, he ain't cutting it, man. He's terrible. You could literally put a turnstile up, and that probably would have been more helpful than what Dozier put out on the field this past season. Yeah, that's it, guys. I appreciate the views. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you find the content helpful or interesting, and I greatly appreciate it. But, you know, it's your life. You make that decision. So, peace.